Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today's video we are back here in the GT Spec series in the GT3 cars at Hakone. And yeah, we qualified on pole in the McLaren. I want to let you guys know that I think this might be the most slept on car in the GT3 class. Maybe there's one or two that, could be similarly slept on, but I really think the McLaren might be the most slept on car. We qualified, whatever, almost, well, pretty far ahead of this dude. We are going to start on softs here and try not to get jumped by too many of these Ferraris and Lamborghinis going into turn one. And then, we'll do like soft, medium, or whatever. But yeah, the hope is that we can pull away at least from most people pretty early, and then, kind of maintain that lead as people start to pit. The tune is by Grim Legion Gaming on YouTube. The design is by RZM Phoenix. And yeah, let's hop in here and see how we do. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get jumped by, 3 or 4 cars before we get to turn 1, but we'll see if the softs will make enough of a difference. Looks like they actually might, which is awesome. Alright, let's try to break this toe now. That was sketchy and pushing track limits way more than I would have liked. Alright, so far the runaway on softs has worked here on lap 1. Alright. So yeah, I mean, as you guys can see, I realize that we're on softs and most people are on hards or mediums, but I think that as the race develops, you guys will see that this car is actually, as strong as it's kind of appearing right now. If you guys can tell, that, versus Lambos and Ferraris, I think most people just assume the McLaren would get absolutely spanked, but, I think that that's not true, and I think that anybody who hasn't tried it for a while should do that. There we go, into the 113s, even with almost a full tank of fuel. Oof, within 1,000th of our fastest lap through that section. That's what I call consistency. And now we're up. Nice. Hopefully we can take this last section better. That time, the last lap when we took it, it wasn't great. Oh yeah, that was way better. That wasn't as good. Oh no. Front end got a little bit loose there. Still within a tenth. Well, a little over a tenth of our fastest lap on that one. Yeah, I wish we were 4 seconds up since we're on lap 4. Maybe by the end we can get 4 seconds up on second place. But I'd like to be like 1 second a lap faster at a minimum compared to second place. So there we go. That was much better. Much better. A 113.5 I am not upset with this much fuel in the car. Or really in general. I mean, I think that's a good race pace time. Oh, we were up a tenth. Okay, we're still up barely a tenth, but we're gonna lose that down this straight because we didn't have a very good run through that, you know, chicane after turn 1. Wow, I didn't feel like that was a great lap, but we're up again now. Slowly running away here. I'll probably go ahead and pit at the end of this lap and switch on to a set of mediums. If we hadn't hit moderate right there, I probably would have gone one more lap, but I don't want to be on severe. So I'll go ahead and go on to mediums now. And see how long we can stretch them, you know? And, you know, see if hopefully we only have to pit one more time for another set of mediums. Looks like a lot of the field is actually relatively close. Yeah, now that the track is rubbered in a little bit. So I think the thing that was, I mean, I didn't think about it at the time, but I'm realizing it now. I think it was actually not a bad idea to go on to softs at the start, because that's obviously when the track is the most green, and then as the race goes on and the track rubbers up more, you can be basically as fast on mediums as you were on softs at the beginning of the race. So hopefully I can show you guys that. I wonder if most people are doing a hard-to-hard one stop. I don't know what that Lamborghini is doing, dude. I mean, the first bump, it looked like he slowed down a little bit, which was cool. And then, like, going flinging back like that right behind me, that made me pretty nervous. What a butthead, dude. Like, I'm in the draft, I'm catching up, and then you just punt me into turn one. That's so annoying. Like, you are costing me positions by being an idiot. Learn where your brakes are. Sorry, I got a little heated there, but it's really costing me on my strategy. Like, we just lost 1.5 seconds to the dude in first, who we were 6 seconds ahead of, because that guy wanted to be like that. Get out of the way, dude. Why are you running into me? Well, we're here in fourth. I have no idea where that guy who was in second is, and frankly, I think that if he's doing a one stop, we're kind of screwed. Bro, I slowed down so much. That spot on this track is just the most ridiculous penalty zone that exists. Alright, well, looks like we're about to find out how far behind that guy is. 8 seconds for the first person to make a pit stop. First person behind us to make a pit stop. And then that guy who was originally in second is about 10 seconds back right now. We should have a couple more laps on these tires. Should have been in fourth there. I just messed that up. Alright, there's minor. Trying to think here. Do we have to go on hards for the end now? So I definitely know I can get one more lap out of these tires without losing too much time. Especially with a much better exit like that than the last time around. So I think if we pit at the end of this lap, we'll come out right around Mr. Fisherman Jack. I think that's about how long this pit stop is. 20-something seconds, like in the higher 20s. I'm really thinking I need to stretch these tires one more lap, though, to go on mediums again to the end of the race. See, we're at moderate, which is gonna suck, and we may lose a little bit of time, but to be honest, I feel like our pace has been really good, and you know, even on a slow lap like that, I think that's probably around times that the guys behind are running on the hard tires. So yeah, we'll pit at the end of this lap. We know that at least a couple of guys will get by in the second and third place there, but we will try to, hopefully we'll come out ahead of fourth and not too terribly far behind second and third, and then that'll give us you know, an opportunity over these next 8 laps to try to get by them and get back up into first. Especially if they're on hard tires and their tires are going to be totally dead by the end. We should just be hitting minor on the mediums on our last lap, so we should be pretty quick here until the end. Maybe this pit lane's a lot longer than I thought. But yeah, those first 2 guys got by. Are we gonna come out ahead of fourth? That is the question. We're up into second. That M Sport guy is in a Lamborghini, which is really hard on tires. So if he's actually going for the one stop, his last few laps are probably going to be a struggle. So I wouldn't count us out just yet, even though, you know, over the course of whatever these next 6 or 7 laps, making up 13 seconds might seem like a stretch. I have not given up yet. Less than a 10th off of our fastest lap on this lap, on the mediums versus the softs, so, and with no draft at that. And we lost 2/10 there, but this is always the section where we're gonna lose time compared to the softs, you know. That was kind of a slow lap. We gotta do better than that. Bro, seriously? Come on. Give me a break. Penalty system is just so dumb. Probably the worst part of the game. But just how inconsistent and ridiculous it is sometimes. Four and a half laps to do this. We've caught up quite a bit, and I think we're catching up faster and faster. Especially through this section. Do it again. Give me another penalty. Oh, not that time? Wow, the consistency is incredible. Am I right or am I right? Him up there? I think it might be. Alright, so it's not this guy. Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys. I'm really pushing to try to catch this dude, if you can't tell. Because, I mean, even if I do catch him, I would have to pull a whole second gap to still finish in first, which is frustrating, to say the least. I think both penalties were a little touchy, you know, a little too heady. When really nothing happened. There was time lost in both instances and still punished for it, which I don't know. It just doesn't make sense, you know? Alright, well, 4.5 seconds and 1.5 laps might not actually be overcomable. Alright, this next section is really going to be the moment of truth. If we can nail it, we might get by him. Oh, and he crashed. He crashed coming out of the last corner. I think it would have been super close on that 1 second penalty had he not crashed, but holy moly, that helped us a ton. Wow. That was an unexpected ending, dude. Like I said before, the penalties, I just... Whatever, dude. Like, they were so petty that I just... All you can do is just kind of throw your hands up and say, yep, makes sense. But apart from that, what a great race. To come down to the last few corners and then to get that move done around the outside, around the final corner with just enough grip on those mediums versus his super dead hard tires. That was cool. I had a lot of fun with that. And yeah, I mean, I think that starting on softs and building up that lead was really the difference. You know, so anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, I hope you'll leave it a like. If you are new around here, you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in the next one.